Hello and welcome to yet another cast. For you today I have a custom 4v4 played on the map Seton's Clutch. And while this video is a bit shorter, or this game in general is a bit shorter, believe me, it's worth every second of it. It's actually pretty damn amazing. Though looking at these high ratings, that should not be too surprising that we can expect something special. Anyway, we have Team 1 up in the north, Team 2 down south. And let's introduce the players. Let's start with the northern rock slot. In dark green, going UEF, opening first and second air, we have the wheelie. Also known as farms, if I remember correctly, but I will stick to the wheelie. Then to the... no, not to the east, to the west of that, in piss yellow, going Cypern, opening first land on the front slot, we have epic banners. Then to the north of that, in cyan green, going Seraphim, opening first land, we have Nomander on the beach slot. And in the back, on the air slot, going Cypern as well in dark blue, and opening first air we have Popiska. Then for the Sovereignty, Team 2, on their rock slot, going Aeon and opening first land, we have Sledonoob. Or how I will shorten it, just Slado. Right, I think I already pointed out that he is going Aeon and opening first land. Then to the east of that, on the front slot, in burgundy red, going Cypern, already marching towards the middle. And opening first land, we have Folly. Then to the south of that, on the beach slot, in normal blue, going UEF and opening first land, we have Terrari. And last but not least, in the back slot, going air, in green, playing Aeon and opening first land, we have Pants. Just Pants. Though it is all capitalized, so maybe it's an acronym, I don't know. Who knows? Yes, that's the introductions out of the way. Now, short chat about the map. We have the front players both marching towards the middle, as is customary on Seton's Clutch. Reason for that, if you look at this, we have large amounts of reclaim here. If that thing actually popped up. We have nearly 12k reclaim right here in the middle, just to be scooped up by the players. So due to that, both front players will generally make a move towards that. And another thing, beach players have a tendency to move up through the water to support their land players in order to get additional reclaim as well as just supporting their teammate, their front player, with their own commander, providing additional firepower. Then you have the side islands right here, right next to the rock slots, which are called that because of rocks that are placed here. I was about to talk about that, but they have already been reclaimed. Well, this one got just reclaimed. Bit of eco boost. But also yes, these 5 extra maxes on a side island, usually dropped by the rock player. A reason that rock players usually go for a early air factory in order to get that off faster. Where they can get 5 maxes, as already pointed out, with the 5 max slots, which does generally give them a slight edge on the eco game compared to the beach slot. Now, talking about the game again, we have a T1 bomber already out from Nomander trying to go after the side expansion for Slado. For Scout flying ahead, but Slado already has some antis out, so let's see, and those are already moving up into the area, so that is expected by the looks of it. Now, another thing to keep in mind, even though these players right here in the back are called air players, or are considered the air players, Seton's is a T3 air rush map, meaning that the air player will not go for T1 or T2 air, instead just beelining T3 air and ecoing up as much as possible by doing so, in order to get those ASF and potentially strat bombers out as fast as possible, giving them ideally an edge in the air game. Now, some commander fighting going on in the middle. Foley currently taking some fire from the AC of Nomander. Epic Banners now also starting to fire into that as well. Terrari comes in to support. Bails out Volley, who does continue to reclaim. Let's take a short look who got more reclaim right now. Team 2 currently ahead on the reclaim game. However, this Salem wreck right here is still being reclaimed, and well, never mind. Team 2 is still pulling ahead on that thing, or on the reclaim counter. So by looks of it, Team 2 currently got more of the metal reclaim than Team 1. Advantage for the Seton team. That will probably also show itself very soon in economies. Now Volley already down into the yellow, forced to fall back. Nomanda also into the yellow. Terrari currently just using the chance to get some reclaim off. But now getting swamped by a bunch of T1 spam, a whole bunch of Mantis, and of course also the ACUs. Gets freed from that with the support of Volley's units, and also just walking out of the way. And also down into the yellow now, falling back, going into the water, never mind. Hiding behind the reclaim rack. Getting off some additional reclaim. Just quickly grabbing a bunch of mass. And now falling back into the water. Volley also falling back into the water for a moment, but getting back onto land to prevent the ACUs from pushing on land, as this kind of power vacuum is very, very dangerous, since this just allows these ACUs to push in unopposed, as they will have a easy job taking out the T1 land spam without a ACU to counter them. Especially two ACUs. Can upgrade, now going up for Terrari. Wishing to get a firepower advantage up. And Volley trying to be very careful, getting some damage into banners with the spam. And now also starting his own gun upgrade. Banners losing HP quickly, falling into the yellow, but getting some spam, some of their own spam into the area, taking out the units of Volley, with the ACU of Nomanda also now coming into the area to support as well. And we might see a counter push there very soon now. Yep. There we see it. Volley forced to cancel the upgrade. Thinks that Terrari's play currently is a bad idea, as it is right in the water, though, well, it is currently behind enemy lines, so I see the problem there, but with that gun ACU that might still be able to pull this back and just take out a bunch of spam. In the meantime, Volley forced to fall back further, currently being surrounded by a bunch of T1 spam. T1 bomber also now coming in, starting to harass, but immediately picked up on by Sladder's Intis. And the spam right here, well, it continues coming in. However, it's about to be cleared up, so not too much more damage done right there. The bigger damage right now is Banners and Nomanda both continuing to push into the area right here. And yeah, just taking out the spam of Volley, who is now quickly trying to throw up some T1 PD to try and defend against the ACUs, while also trying to continue to fall back. Gun upgrade finishes for Terrari. Basically manages to slow down the spam production right here, or the spam stream. And in the meantime is moving to reinforce their currently a very threatened teammate that is now taking fire from two ACUs. The ACU of both Epic Banners and Naval. The autoguns now also firing into one of the ACUs, at least occasionally, when they move in range. Fully down into the red, but Terrari about to make it in with that gun upgrade. And with that, these two ACUs are actually in a much worse situation, as they are now being attacked by a bunch of spam, now also from the air by Stado, and a gun ACU. We see Nomanda dropping right into the red, below 2.5k HP. And, well, a few shots colliding with the cliff. Now below 2k, and that is dropping fast. I do not think that Nomanda will make it out of here alive. And indeed they don't. The death explosions takes down Banner's Interrat as well, who is now also taking a lot of fire from Terrari, who is still well above the crucial 2.5k HP that it takes to survive the death explosion of an ACU. And thus, Epic Bannis goes down in quick succession. Already, meaning that the Northern team is already down 2 players at the 10-minute mark. However, at the 10-minute mark, let's take a short look at the air players. And with a look at that, T3 air has been achieved by Pants, and if you look for Popiska, it has also been achieved for Popiska, who already has the PGen out. How's it looking here? PGen not quite finished, so Popiska slightly ahead of their opponent, Pants, who also just finished the quantum reactor. Anyway, with the developing power vacuum in the middle, spam for Folly is now just pushing in against the base that has now been inherited by the wheelie. The naval base, or the beach base, right here has been gifted over to Popiska to micro. However, they are currently running into the issue that Slado is just taking out the naval production, destroying their capabilities of currently contesting the naval game. That does leave open the option of shore bombardment right here, with a quick transition to T2. However, there is a large number of Jainers out for the wheelie right here, and it seems to be going after Slado. That could cause massive damage. Also with a bunch of covering ISF out from Popiska. And, well, there is one ASF for Pants coming in, but I don't think that will be sufficient to take out the Janus. Which will probably try to get the T1 power right here, or generate the power right here of Slado, who has quickly thrown up a flag battery. Janus, wait for a second, and there they go. Just got an attack move, but never mind. Reordered. Where are they going? Where are they going? Unexpectedly, they do not actually seem to be going for Slado. Instead, what is this? Possibly a attack onto the production of the Southern Beach player. Though, never mind. That might... Is that just air micro, or... I'm confused what to play with these trainers is. Right. The decision that really landed on what to do with the Janus seems to be bombing Folly in order to take out their capabilities of building land and contesting that area, giving the wheelie the ability to focus more on one theater than another by just diminishing the capabilities of their opponent. Now, if you look at Navy, naval production has quickly been rebuilt up here by Popiska now, with the use of some Yenzines by the looks of it, as I do see a few Yenzines right here in the Navy. And Janus do continue to do stuff, taking out a bunch of naval factories for Terrari. Possibly also might take out a bunch of the eco right here very soon, though maybe not, as we do see a bunch of flag in the base right here. So maybe that does dissuade the wheelie from actually doing that, as it would lead to the loss of quite a few of these Januses. What we do see instead is a bombing campaign against the 3 max expansion up here, where just a bunch of T1 AA has been built up, which quickly goes down due to the overwhelming amount of fire coming in from the Janus. Taking out 3 T2 Maxes with their accompanying mass storages, and also most of the reclaim that was found there. Very devastating achievement of that. At the same time, also starting a naval push, I guess to try and create a naval lock, as the Wheelie currently has overwhelming naval supremacy in the area. In the north, Seton continued to be forced back due to the presence of hover spam, allowing reconstruction of naval production of the naval yards for Papiska. And not just a reconstruction, also an expansion. Now with T2 Navy on the field, a bunch of destroyers very soon to come out. Bombers being utilized to try and take out naval production for Seton, who is currently sticking with T1 Navy, by the looks of it. Now, naval production down here in the south has been destroyed for Terrari, meaning that for the time being the Wheelie is not facing any opposition on the navy. There's still a bit of opposition on the land, however it seems like Folly has now focused on just, creating a stable front line and not interested in pushing out any further than that. We do see a bunch of a few shields and a bunch of flak. There was an attempt to go after that by the Wheelie, but the flak and the shields quickly made them reconsider that decision due to the losses that would have been required to achieve such a feat. Interesting play right here, a bunch of Wagners coming out from the Wheelie in the northern pond, I think to get maybe some land harassment on against Seton. The Wagner, most notably, moving underwater on the bottom of the ocean, meaning that it cannot be hit by normal direct fire, and is reliant and can only be destroyed by anything that has torpedoes or depth charges. However, we do see an Exodus class destroyer right here, so the counter for that is already in place. I'm not sure, I think maybe Vespers might be better for this kind of job, but an Exodus class destroyer will definitely do the job as well. Though there are now also the there's at least one Seraphim destroyer in the area. It needs to be dealt with care and ideally very fast as well. Right, and there's the second one. More T2 Navy going out, so more another destroyer about to finish there. The little advantage that Seton has in this situation is due to that happening right on his shoreline, he has very short reinforcement times. Jane is utilized, or at least attempted to be utilized by a Papiska in the area to try and cause some damage, but not succeeding. However, in the process winning the airfight and wiping the air force of Pants. Destroyers, however, about to go down just due to overwhelming frigates and destroyer support. And with that, I'm pretty sure that Seton will be able to hold that area. On the southern pond, in the meantime, let's take a look back down here. We do now see cruisers coming up to the shoreline of Terrari, getting some bombardment in, and causing some notable damage, I think. Well, 800 mass killed there. Not a lot killed here, but those will eventually break through. This max was almost at T2, so if you count what it was actually worth, it was a lot more than just, I think, something like 40 mass or so. For the T1 max, it was basically the worth of a T2 max. But yes, we also do see Max going down here now. Team D now coming out to try and defend. But with the amount of cruisers still increasing in the area, I don't think that that will be too successful. Another airfight going on. I am pretty sure Papiska still has the air numbers. However, there are now cruisers out for Slado that will be able to carve through those ASF with ease, due to the nature of the Infinity class cruiser being that it is very, very good against tanky single targets, at least in the air, as it is, well, kind of a mobile SAM platform. Aeon units in general, very specialized and very good at one job, just lacking in versatility. So yes, the cruiser definitely very good as a air support unit. Or anti-air unit, to be more precise. Since air support is, I think, generally more with the term used for, well, the thing we are seeing right here. A wave of torp bombers going after the cruiser. Now, most of these torp bombers do end up going down, but so does the cruiser, as there was one pass that got finished. Now the group of Wagners trying to make landfall, or trying to move underneath Slado's naval production, but running into an Exodus, so those will just go down. Keep 3 energies now being airlifted in by Slado as well, I guess to get more build power into the area. And this Wagner actually survives. Never mind, there's another destroyer bot to move past. But Slado currently not looking too great. Though this should not be too surprising, as basically everyone on his other team is currently fighting players on double bases. Which means that you need to be more careful with how you actually utilize your economy in order to not over-focus on one area and thus neglect, for example, the air game, allowing your air opponent to catch up. But due to having the eco-focused, you can eco faster, as scaling eco with a larger base is just easier. And overall, that can give you a large edge on the eco game. Especially at these high ratings, we are looking at a 2500 and a 2600 rated player. So, a very, very high rated players, very competent. And thus, yes, they are keeping up with the eco. They are slightly behind, but not by much. Now, Slado currently still under threat from the naval situation. Starting to utilize some Asylum mobile shield generators now, which are being produced right here on the shoreline. The special part about the Asylum being that, while it is technically a land unit, it is hover, so it can be utilized as a naval support unit as well. Just like the hover flag that the Aeon get access to. And it looks like Slado was once again able to push back the forces of Papiska, though still currently more on the back foot in a defending position. Not where you would like to be due to, well, the lack of initiative you generally have while defending. As the attacker is basically the one who dictates how the fight is going. By just constantly having the ability to fall back and re-engage. A luxury that the defending player will never have because, well, you can't just pull back against the defenses. And hello Little Miss Murder, welcome to the stream. This is streamed live on Twitch as well. We do see a 2p2 upgrade going out right here for Folly. So I suppose maybe to try and get the Navy of the Wheelie out of their, well, postal code, out of their general area. Which is currently doing a very, very good job at bombarding the beach for against Terrari. Slado building up a bunch of buskills, not too sure but why those are under control of Slado. Like, I honestly don't know what the play here is. That seems a bit weird to me. But, well, there's probably a very, very good reason that I, as a relatively low-rated player in comparison, just do not understand. Ooh, and look at that. Terrari just got teleporter and got tactical missile, and I thought that the Tele-Billy combo was no longer in the game. I thought they brought it back for April Fools and reverted it after, but... Well, apparently I'm mistaken. Apparently this is still a thing. This game was played, I think, at the time of the recording, which is on Monday. I think last week. So yeah, still still pretty recent. Not sure if another balance patch happened since then, but... Well, Terrari just upgrading teleporter and also just finished the Billy nuke, which apparently are on separate slots in the patch that this was played on. Just loaded that as well. And where's this going? Well, I'm pretty sure no one will be expecting well, Tele-Billy. The trade-off you have here is that with the upgrade combo you cannot have T3 for the fast reload on your Billy nuke. However, you can just tele back out after you fired it, reload it in a safe in your safe base with build power, and then tele back in. And teleporter is going. Where is it going? Am I blind? I mean, probably am, yes. Ah, that's going right here, right next to the ACU of the wheelie. Right, it seems to be going very short range Billy. And never mind, it has been cancelled. I intend to keep an eye on that com because that is a very, very special thing. But Tele has been cancelled. Right, this is going, and where's it going this time? Where's it going this time? It's going right here into the back line of the air player. And... go on. Don't see exit portal. I think that should be popping up. I don't want to... yeah, there it is. And that is going right after the ACO for Piska. And... I know I am missing Navy right now, but I am missing these special complays way too often, so might as well actually pay attention to them once in a lifetime. When that exit portal actually, well, finishes. And just stops spinning finally. And that is, missile instantly fires. And interesting, the texture for the Billy has also actually been changed. It's now a bigger circle than the normal tactical missile, but, well, smaller than a nuke, and there it goes. Still doing enough damage to take out the ACU of Popiska. So by the looks of it, the Billy itself has not been changed, it's just the teleporter has been moved over to the arm slot for the UEF. I thought that was reverted in earlier patches due to being too overpowered. But I guess the balance team has reconsidered. Admittedly, it's very funny. But the ACU tallied right out here, and is now going for the save point right here. What I did miss was a drop of a bunch of bricks onto the side island for Seton. And I think a bunch of top bombers and normal bombers coming in. Seton did apparently lose this 1 max. But it seems like Seton is now again in charge of the naval game, though we do see a single battleship right here for the wheelie now, as this is now a 1v4. And by the looks of it, currently no T3 Navy out from Seton, yep, though the upgrade has just been started. And Terrari moved back into the base with the build power. Reloading that missile. Will we see another nuke coming out? Well, I would expect Team D to be in the area for the wheelie, who is going 43, but interestingly enough, no Team D. I would have expected there to be maybe some defenses against that. ACU for Folly now dropped into the northern pond. It does have torpedo, it does have nano, and it has T3. Oh yeah, there... well... not really, there are some tops being built up, but it seems like currently primarily a T1 bomber spammed in order to try and deal with Slado. The middle. Yeah. Right. Well, those are T1 bombers. Well, yeah, I think it's more T1 bombers than top bombers, but yeah. There is some stuff, there are bombers being spammed up for sure. Possibly as an attempt to deal with any kind of naval game. Right, and here are top bombers, some storks being built. Navy moves up to the shoreline of the front base, not to get some bombardment down, and maybe also to fall back from the battleships. There are now three of them, I can't count. And those will currently most likely force Slado back quite a bit, as he does not have his own battleships at this moment. He is about to finish one, but currently not at the point yet. Seton, in the meantime, airlifts his ACU into the back. ACUs for Folly, Terrari, and soon also Slado, all in one position. Folly getting teleporter. ACU of the wheelie is now moving out of the side pond right here. So I suspect we might actually see another attempt at a tele-snipe. And that, interestingly enough, seems to be just an attack move onto the other side of the map, where a bunch of T1 factories now just spamming out. Some lobos have been built up, so there are now boots on the ground for the wheelie. And would have almost missed that, we also do have a strategic missile submarine, which is already quite far ahead on loading. So we might see nukes coming out very soon. And there's already a second one. So with the current situation being full control of the southern pond and serving most of the main area left, it seems like the wheelie is going to go for some naval nukes in the south, as there's currently nothing really to oppose those. And continuous bombardment onto the base of Folly, who is spamming up a lot of zappers, however, well, it does not seem to be enough to deal with the very large amount of governors. Restorers and Rhinos being utilized to try and deal with the lowboats, to, well, some success. Folly now with laser, instead of the torpedo, and Seton also getting teleporter. The ACU for the wheelie now back in the water, as I already pointed out, on that attack move on the other side of the map. So I guess we will be about to see a triple tally snipe or something like that. Or, well, triple tally attempt. Folly gets into the transport, moves up for the front. Though I'm not too sure what the purpose of Seton in this operation is, as well. The Aeon does not have much versatility when it comes to tally. I mean, to be fair, the ACU does have T3, so it might work out. And, okay, it's going to be sensors. Oh yeah, you're right, those engines are still following the ACU of the wheelie. That brings me to the question, what are they seeing? Well, they actually don't know where the ACU is. At least not at this moment. Wait, never mind, they have spotted him and they know where the engines are, so... yeah, they are I think they might actually be going after that, and yes. That just allowed them to spot the ACU due to the engines moving past. Well, I think that's also a bit of a dope moment right here for the wheelie, who does have shit on the ACU. Now, where are the ACUs? Right, one is, those are down here. All now going for the tele. Seton now with the sensors, I guess, just to provide vision for the area they tele in, and... Right. Looks like the play for Foley is just spam up some top launchers, though I think the better play here would just be instantly upgrading Torpedo. I'm not even sure why he went for the laser in this situation in the first place. But yes, he does change over to Torp. Gets assistance on that. Bill Nuke comes out from Terrari, predicting where the wheelie is going, putting him very, very low on HP. And now the torpedo upgrade on Foley can finish the job with the support of those tides. What a play! What a play indeed. Top bombers desperately brought in to try and end that, but not in time, and with that, Southern Team wins this game with by tallying in 3 ACUs. God, that was overkill. Like, yeah, that was just... I don't think there's not a word than overkill to describe the amount of firepower brought into that. It was, however, very fun to watch. Right, I hope you enjoyed this. Hope to see you again in a future cast. I think that's how I usually end the bit. That's what I usually say right before I actually end it. No, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Or don't, I can't force you. If you want to be notified when more videos like these do eventually come out. Little hint, it's, well, next Monday. Good night to you, little smarter. Yeah. Then you can always subscribe. It's of course free because, well, it's YouTube. Subscriptions on YouTube are free. At least subscribing to channels the normal way. There's of course the other stuff, but let's not go into that. It's also not actually an option I have, so yeah. Right. This was streamed live on Twitch. Link to that will be in the description. I hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you again in a future cast. And till then, bye.